It's my official review on FabFilter Pro Q4. I've just downloaded it, I've had to play around for a couple of days, and these are my thoughts. The good, the bad, the unnecessary, and if it's worth upgrading to Pro Q4. So to start with, there are a number of new features and updates to the user interface. Some notable features are new precise slope filters, the ability to EQ multiple instances at the same time, a really flexible all-pass filter for phase correction, warm and subtle settings for the plugin, and a Soothe 2 style spectral dynamic function, which is probably the flagship feature of this version. It's a feature that most people are excited about, but I've got a few thoughts on that one, so let's dive straight into it. I'm going to be using Fruity Loop's demo song just to show you how this works. As you can see, we have a super clean and intuitive user interface, which of course is what FabFilter is best known for. First new feature I want to cover is the draw tool. Turn it on down here and you're able to pencil in your EQ curve. Now there's ups and downs to this. Generally speaking, this isn't very good for precise EQing, but it is okay to get a general curve, which you can always change and adjust later. However, I don't really think this is a feature that I'm going to be using personally. Much prefer the control of adding the individual nodes exactly where I want it. My personal favorite feature of this update is being able to see and edit multiple instances of the plugin across your project at one time. By clicking this button at the bottom, you can now see all of the active Pro Q4 instances on your project at the same time. You can label them as well, so drums, kick, pluck. You can click on any of them to zoom in and make further amendments without having to open the other plugins themselves. You can even, if you want to, pin some of these instances, hit the pin button at the top, and then those pinned instances will appear at the top of the list. Really, really useful to comparing quickly all of the instances that you have present. Another great feature of this update is the addition of both subtle and warm presets. What does this do exactly? Well, we can pull up Plugin Doctor here. Plugin Doctor allows you to see what's going on behind the scenes inside of your plugin. If you'd like a whole video on Plugin Doctor, I'll be happy to do that for you. But for now, I'm just going to show you what these two modes do. With subtle mode enabled, it introduces a vintage style subtle saturation to the sound, and it also rolls off the high end just here. Warm mode is a bit more obvious to see. Rolls off the low end and gives a small bump here, a little dip here, and a small bump in the high end as well. On the harmonic analysis here, you can see that it's also added a second order harmonic, which is a form of subtle saturation as well. Pro Q4 also offers precision curving. As you can see, I've rolled off the low end here, and instead of assigning a 24 decibel drop off or a 12 decibel drop off, you can actually drag these in between to get precise curves, which you weren't able to do on any of the other plugins. Now, if you're a bit of an audiophile like me, you can actually use this